My cornerstone was laid 1914 by the fall. At the call to build me, a dozen unions answered. Bricklayers came and boilermakers, electricians, elevator installers, cement workers, iron workers, carpenters, plasterers, painters, plumbers, glassers, and roofers too. All came to raise me up, and when they were done, they used my halls and offices to create world histories, making union movement calls. Those histories were made by Harry Bridges and many others, activists whose names have been taken by time. I held the first woman-run union, the All-Woman Bookbinders Local 125. I got strong, my halls rang. We took on the barons and bosses bent on making a buck. We stared down police lines and hired thugs, and in 1934, when gun slugs took us down in the street, shoulder to shoulder we marched, 100,000s deep along the street in the city called Market, and all the Pacific ports of call were shut down. Years later, an office of mine made up mostly of minorities joined in cause sought a passage of California Fair Labor Practices laws. But by then, the car had become king. After my expansion in '39, the year NLRA was signed. To make unions stronger, half my parking lot was there no longer. Then a gas station was built on the rest of my lot, and the unions moved with their workers to other suburban spots. My rooms still echo to this day with the sounds of those long extinguished voices. Most labor had left by the time the Flower Children came. A year later, in '68, Labor Council sold me. Then I was sold again. Then again, my fate held in the hands of each new owner. I almost died a few deaths under the threat of redevelopment plunder. For years, my edifice helped feed the hungry, housed the homeless, offered dental and healing services, interceded in poverty, and gave social outcasts a home. By the 1980s, my rent had stayed low thanks to the many poor people in those times who fought against redevelopment and dislocation in the face of Bay Area rapid transit lines. Activists, artists, and performers found a home. Through my halls, once again, voices sounded. From my rooms, we opposed nuclear power and the weapons and waste it produces. We opposed apartheid in South Africa, invasions in Central America, relocations of Native Americans in the Four Corners. We challenged Columbus's 500-year-old claim that it was he who discovered America. We organized against wars wherever they raged, filled FCC airways with liberation, made elections greener, won a fight for San Francisco livable wage. My theaters offered welcoming space for LGBT presentations, Latino, poor peoples, and women's stage creations, and many, many lab experimentations. By 2004, my role was recognized by proclamation, and murals were painted in celebration of the rich history we have made here together. But as long as I stand, I have no doubt in me, it does not end here. Thank you.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm Gary Gregerson. I'm a tenant here in the building since 1995, and we have a tenants organization called the Redstone Labor Temple Association. These are a lot of folks who rent spaces here. It's been a community center for the last 50 years. The 50 years previous to that, it was the Labor Temple, so it was a home to all the unions in the city. And but as a community center, we've organized. We made this building a historic landmark for the city in the city of San Francisco, and we have a wide range of organizations here. I think actually, and we're trying right now. We're currently working with Meta, who has put a bid on the building, and the negotiations have been going since I think July. It feels like it's been going a while. So they're still in negotiations with the landlord for the building, and Mission Economic Development Association. Thank you, Jackie. Yeah, that's the nonprofit developer who has put a bid on the building. But we have such a wide range of groups in this building, and a lot of them have come from other buildings in the Mission that have closed, and everybody's been evicted. So this is kind of one of the last places in the city that's this kind of de facto community center. You know what I mean? Or definitely in the mission, it's, you know, or in the city, it's one of the largest, you know what I mean? So that's what we're really fighting for, you know, and it's you know, a nationwide struggle. But I just want to mention, you know, I'm really glad Ella is here, you know. In my mind, it's one of the main reasons why we need to keep this building here, so Ella can still have a home, you know what I mean? But we do have a wide range of artists, nonprofits, and we have small businesses here. And we're gonna need the whole city to make this effort happen, because even if Meta does manage to buy the building, we're gonna need to put pressure on city officials to help Meta get more funding, because they're not, the rehab costs alone, they're gonna need some sort of, you know, other sources of funding. So that's why we're getting the word out to people. We need all the support we can get from the community to put pressure on city officials. Yeah, well, I just have heard so much through the years from the city, you know, about, oh yeah, we're gonna save artists and nonprofits, you know, and I mean, how much have we seen, really? So yeah, it's like a drop in the bucket. They did help Counterpulse buy their space, but that's it, you know what I mean? And like I said, all these other spaces have been evicted. Everybody's had to come, you know, not had to come here, but there's another space being evicted right now of artists at 16th and Potrero. So the city really needs to step it up. And maybe we have, you know, we'll have some luck with the new board. But anyway, thank you very much.
One of the other projects that we want to participate in is putting a face to the building. For people to realize we're not just defending bricks and a building, but we are defending people. And so we want to put a face to this building. And so I want to put forward my message, not just from me, but from my community. There's about 30 of us that are here at this building from Monday through Friday. And so I want to put forward those wishes and that good energy in helping out.
You know this one. Soon that very soon, we are going to change this world. Yeah. Soon that very soon, we are going to change this world. Whoa. Soon that very soon, we are going to change this world. Forever, ever, we're going to change this world. By the Redstone building, we are going to change this world. Oh, by the Redstone building, we are going to change this world. Purchase the Redstone building, we are going to change this world. Forever, ever, we're going to change this world. No more displacement, we are going to change this world. No more displacement, we are going to change this world. No more displacement, we are going to change this world. Forever,
going to read is to Ronnie Goodman, who some of you may know is an incredible artist who's homeless. To Ronnie Goodman. Ronnie is running to run to get his art from being run over, carted away in trucks rumbling. Ronnie was running to sketch, to print, to paint black lines, running over sidewalk cracks, feet moving, stepping, sitting for a moment. Ronnie is bicycling, the pedals drawing circles on 16th Street. The Fourth Amendment to the United States Constitution states people have a right to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures. And Ronnie's art was taken away by the police. Immigration. Some people disappear at night, some during the day, even in the Union, ICE asking for papers, going back to Mexico, called just deportees, whole families and half families go, mothers without children, children without a mother, 4 years of scrubbing the floor or making beds, then they are gone, back to over the border. The wind blows between lines on a map. It is 1 month, actually it is 5 months until May Day, and I will be walking on a boulevard in Paris and along the Thames in London, in the Plaza of the Revolution in Havana, on paths in Palestine, on a day that America began and then forgot, as new people walk into May, the lovely flowers of May, women and trans. It will be 5 months from now. Some will be born to be in a good, caring world, or to see that fear is not the answer. The bottom ups, and this was written when the living wage law was originally passed. On the bus and off the bus, singing by 4 supervisors' homes, taping up flyers for a living wage law, 30 of us descending, living wage angels ascending on City Hall steps for 24 hours, living wage statues, Tom, Bruce, Elise, becoming alive in public hearings and at supermarkets to petition, the 20,000 who signed, the lively interns who stuffed envelopes, Garth and Barty, Labor and Neighbor, Mark and Jean, calling to a coalition of 100 organizations, Howard, Leon, Living Wage Voices, Grassroots. Wall dancers. I look into the sun. The wall dancers recreate the fire and the mission that burned down the Gartland Hotel. The dancers jump off the top of the building, attached to ropes that are appearing to walk into the sky. The crowd watches. Most are young, don't remember the hole in the ground with large painted pictures of rats. The dancers waltz on the balcony with roses for sale. Yet the Gartland had its share of prostitutes and addicts and dealers. Home could be a hard dance on a hot and cold asphalt. The bright sun puts all in shadow, our faces cupped with our hands. 14 died in the fire, lit flowers. The char lingers in your throat.
Everybody, everybody needs a living wage. Oh, to get them through, get them through. Everybody needs a living wage. See how easy it was? See that single mom over there. See the senior with the blue gray hair. Immigrant laborer and in home care. All the workers you see everywhere, everybody needs a living way. Oh, to get them through, everybody needs a living way. It's not enough to give someone some pay. You gotta keep the landlord away. You gotta have food for the kids today, and keep those bill collectors at bay. Everybody needs a living way. Oh, to get them through, everybody needs a living way. We're gonna fight until they cannot stop. We're gonna fight until the mighty fall. Until the wealth is in the hands of all. Until the poor they are walking tall. Everybody needs a living way. Oh, to get them through, everybody needs a living way. Corporate greed has kept us all so down, but we're gonna turn it all around. Singing loud if you know the sound. So many voices no longer bound. Everybody needs a living way. Oh, to get them through, everybody needs a living way. Everybody needs a living way. Everybody needs a living way. One more time. Everybody needs a living way. Everybody needs a living way.
I'm on my way. I'm on my way. And I won't turn back. And I won't turn back. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. And I won't turn back. And I won't turn back. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. And I won't turn back. And I won't turn back. I'm on my way. My way to God.
Cornell West has written,
we are now in the most truly prophetic moments in American history. 1 in 5 children.
en esta cantina, 2 días encerrado, tomando licor. Un mariachi toca, lo sigo tomando y vuelvo a pedirle la misma canción. Esto que me pasa no es nada envidiable, ni al peor enemigo se lo deseo yo. Tóquenme mariachi, otra vez la misma, esa que me llega hasta el corazón. El abandonado, tóquenla de nuevo. Tóquenme 10 veces la misma canción. ¿Qué voy a hacer si yo soy el abandonado? Abandonado sea por el amor de Dios. Aquí está su cuenta, me dice el mesero, ya me debe mucho, págueme, señor. El mariachi dice, ya estamos cansados, y yo le contesto, hágame un favor. Va a variar un poco, tóquenme la misma, esa que me llega hasta el corazón. El abandonado, tóquenla de nuevo. Tóquenme 10 veces la misma canción.
But this is a song by David Winters. It's about voting, and it's called Voting Blues. Wanna vote against racism. I wanna vote against rape. Wanna vote against people being hungry. Vote against crimes of hate. Wanna vote against the big corporations. Wanna vote against Trump, Nazis, and the KKK. I vote when they tell me, yeah. I vote every year. I'm tired of voting for the lesser of two evils, so I wanna make it clear. I wanna vote against guns and ammo. I wanna vote against war. I wanna vote against people being homeless. I wanna vote against people being poor. I wanna vote against nuclear power. I wanna vote against the rich taking more and more and more. I vote when they tell me, yeah. I vote every year. I'm tired of voting for the lesser of two evils, and I wanna make it clear. I wanna vote for one big union, yeah. I will vote for peace. I will vote for jobs and justice, and I'll vote to make our health care free. I will vote for a woman's right to choose, and I will vote for a worker's right to strike, and I will vote for the right to vote against all the injustice I see. Don't blame me, I voted for Bernie.
The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I think I held you in my arms. When I awoke, if I was mistaken, and I you really love me, and no one could come between. But now you've left me to love another. You have shattered all my dreams. For my sunshine, my only sunshine, you make me happy when it's gotta rain. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. All my dreams, dear, they seem to leave me when I awake my heart in pain. So won't you come back and make me happy? I'll forgive, dear, I'll take all the blame. You are my